Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on, everybody? This is Joseph Conlon here tonight with your Royal Rumble preview and predictions on Thursday, January 28th, 2020. It is that time of year, folks. We are on the road this Sunday. We are on the road to WrestleMania in Tampa Bay, Florida, where there will be fans at Raymond James Stadium this year, as that broke, I believe, a couple weeks ago. Tonight, we are going to talk about the first step, which is the Royal Rumble. We got the two Royal Rumble matches to talk about, a last man standing match for the Universal Championship, and an old-timer coming back to challenge for the WWE Championship. But ladies and gentlemen, as you can see by the title of this video, I am with my first guest of 2021. This man has almost 6,900 subscribers on YouTube. I've been a big fan of his since 2017, and I'm so happy to have him on the channel tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, TM161. How are you?
Let's go! Let's go, man! What's up, y'all? How y'all feeling, man? How y'all feeling out there?
Well, how are you doing tonight, man?
Oh, man, I'm feeling lovely, man. Ready to get the predictions going, bro. Let's do it.
Yeah, man, I am absolutely excited to have you on to predict the Royal Rumble here tonight.
I'm excited to be here, bro. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely, dude, of course. What's your excitement, before we talk about the matches, what's your excitement level for the Royal Rumble on Sunday, 1 through 10?
The Royal Rumble matches, they're always exciting. You know, the unpredictability of the match, who's going to come out, who's going to show up. So that's already exciting. Kevin Owens, Roman Reigns, you know what it is. You also got Goldberg, and in some cases people call him Oldberg, but I'll call him Goldberg, I respect. And then you got Drew McIntyre, WWE Champion. Got Tag Team Championship being defended. I'm going to say my excitement level, just for the simple fact that it is the Royal Rumble, I'm going to give it at least a 7.
A 7? Fair enough.
At least a 7. At least a 7, because the Royal Rumble matches with the women's and the men's is unpredictability. You know what I'm saying? This is one of the Royal Rumbles in which you don't know who's going to win. Very, very hard.
Absolutely. I agree with you on that part. Like, there's been a couple years where you could tell that there's Royal Rumbles that are very predictable. Like, I think the previous year, I think everybody knew that Seth Rollins was going to win that Royal Rumble. And in that same year, I think everybody knew that Becky Lynch was going to lose to Asuka, and she was going to come in and win the Royal Rumble. It was just destined.
Yeah.
It was destined to happen. So, yeah, you're absolutely right. Especially in the men's Rumble, like, you could say a bunch of guys' names, and them winning the Rumble match makes a lot of sense. So we will talk about it once we get to the Royal Rumble matches. But I'm going to say my excitement level, I'm going to say a 5. And the reason I'm going to say... hold on. The reason I'm going to say a 5 is because what makes the Royal Rumble so special is when you have those fans in the audience counting down 10, 9, 8, etc. So I'm going to say a 5. And not counting the Royal Rumble matches, outside of Kevin Owens, Roman Reigns, there's 3 other matches. I'm not really looking forward to those matches, you know, like a lot, so.
Understandable, especially when they build it up as well. Definitely no excitement towards the pay-per-view, because that's how WWE is nowadays. They just give you no excitement, build up towards the pay-per-views, but then when you get to the pay-per-view, it actually be somewhat exciting, like B10 or above, you know what I mean?
Exactly, absolutely right there. So, let's get started. First match, it is not confirmed, but I'm pretty sure it's going to happen because last week on SmackDown, Sasha Banks took on Carmella Sommelier, Reginald, and she said, after I face Reginald, I'll defend my title against you at the Royal Rumble. So I think we're going to get Sasha Banks versus Carmella at the Royal Rumble. I think this match is very predictable. Sasha's going in as the champion at WrestleMania. There's no doubt about that. Carmella, they needed a challenger for Sasha, so they build up Carmella once again. And, I'm pretty sure it'll be a good... They had a really good match at the last pay-per-view, dude. Their match I was impressed by Carmella in that match. Like, the one... I say it a lot on the channel. The one thing she's missing is ring skills, in my opinion. She's got a good character. She's got charisma. Now she's got a good entrance. She's just missing the ring skills. She's almost there, but she's not going to win this match. Sasha Banks is going to retain the SmackDown Women's Championship at the Royal Rumble. Who do you got winning, TM, and why?
Well, let me just say one thing about Carmella. Out of respect for her, lately, you already hit the nail on the arm, my man. I feel like Carmella has definitely been showing up as of late. I always say on my channel, she's definitely a dark horse in the women's division. She definitely had the potential, and you clearly seen it in that match with Sasha Banks the first time around. So I definitely got to give her some love out of that. But this is Sasha Banks' time. She's going to WrestleMania, as you just mentioned, as the SmackDown Women's Champion. So I got to put my money on the boss herself, Miss Sasha Banks.
Absolutely. So we both got Sasha Banks retaining the SmackDown Women's Championship over against Carmella. Now we're going to talk about the first of two Royal Rumble matches. That would be the Women's Royal Rumble match. I got a list of confirmed participants for the...
Oh, you got a list on you, bro?
Yeah, dude. I came prepared.
Oh man, you can. Hey, I ain't got no list. I'm going all rip. I'm going all rip. You know what I mean? No, I want to hear your list. See what you got.
All right, so we got for the Women's Royal Rumble, we got Bianca Belair, Shayna Baszler, Nia Jax, Bayley, Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair, Peyton Royce, Lacey Evans, Liv Morgan, Ruby Riott, Tamina Snuka, Dana Brooke, and Mandy Rose. That is 13 women. So there are more than half spots left in the Women's Royal Rumble, and I think that a lot of those are going to go to NXT. Just like last year, there were a lot of females in the Royal Rumble from NXT. We had Bianca Belair, who had her big breakout performance. I believe Dakota Kai was in there last year. Tegan Knox was in a lot of NXT women. But I was talking to TM about this off of camera. What I do every year, like before I had the channel too, is I predict number 1 and number 2 of the Rumble, most eliminations, longest time, shortest time, number 30, final 4, and then my winner of the Royal Rumble. TM, since this is your first time doing it, I'm gonna go first, and then I'll let you follow me. Number 1, I got being Peyton Royce. Peyton Royce, I think, will be number 1 in the Royal Rumble match. She should have a solid performance. I think she's getting a lot better, and I think a solid performance for her would do good in the Royal Rumble. Number 2. I picked a random name, I'm going to be honest. I picked Dana Brooke for number 2.
So your prediction is Dana Brooke and Peyton Royce starting out the Royal Rumble this year?
Yes.
All right, that.
Most eliminations, Rhea Ripley. I got her with my most eliminations.
See that.
And then to follow that up, the longest time in the Royal Rumble match, I got being, once again, Rhea Ripley. There was rumors that she is being called up to the main roster, and if she is going to be called up, the Royal Rumble is a perfect match to be called up, and I would make her look dominant in the Royal Rumble match. And you know what?
Definitely.
I see her going to Monday Night Raw. You know, if she goes to Monday Night Raw, dude, I'm going to be honest with you.
I can definitely see that too, bro. I can see that as well. I've been mentioning that as well, that Rhea can definitely be showing up on Monday Night Raw for some fact that Charlotte's over there. They might get her a redemption story, brother.
You know what I would do with Rhea? I would turn her heel. To be honest with you, she's getting a little bit stale as a babyface on NXT. I would bring her. I would bring her up, debut her in the Royal Rumble, and the next night I would have her turn on Asuka or turn on Charlotte. Make her the top heel in the women's division on Monday Night Raw. That's exactly what I would do.
Can't go wrong with that. Can't go wrong with that at all.
And then to continue on, shortest time I got being Billie Kay. I think that makes the most sense. She gets in there and she gets dumped out. And then number 30.
And may I also, I mean, cut you off, bro. May I also mention that Billie Kay is trash. I just want to just point that out. I know there's some fans out there who love Billie Kay, but let's be honest. She's awful.
Yeah, a lot of people do love Billie Kay, and she gets a lot of support on social media, but she's not my cup of tea. I'm sorry. She is, out of respect, though, she's not my cup of tea.
Cup of tea in other ways, but not in the ring. Just
yeah.
No, me personally. No,
yeah. So.
Continue.
Oh, man. So.
I'm sorry. Go on, bro. Sorry.
You got me laughing over here, bro.
I'm sorry, bro. Continue.
It's all good. It's all good, man.
Okay,
so number 30, I got being a Hall of Famer, NXT commentator, Beth Phoenix. So I got her at my number 30. Final 4. Bayley, Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, and Rhea Ripley. And my winner.
I like those 4.
And my winner for the Women's Royal Rumble this year, I think it's very simple. Bianca Belair is winning the Royal Rumble this year. Bianca Belair versus Sasha Banks is a dream match that needs to happen at WrestleMania. Bianca Belair is on the rise. This feud with Bayley is just elevating her, in my opinion. Bayley is putting her over, and I think Bianca eliminates Bayley to win the Rumble. So my prediction is Bianca Belair to win the Women's Royal Rumble. Are you ready, TM?
Yes, sir. I'm sure I'm ready. I'm gonna try to get the others down pat, but I know who my winner is, though.
Oh boy.
Oh man. Well, I should tell you my uncle. I think gonna win first, right?
No, the winner's going to be last. Pick your number 1 and number 2 first.
So, number 1, number 2. All right, this is how I believe it's going to go down. Even though she already was number 2 before, if I'm not mistaken, I got a feeling that Bianca Belair, I'm not going to say it's going to happen, but I'm predicting it is. I think Bianca's going to be number 2 yet again, because I think her and Bayley is going to start off the Royal Rumble this year.
Wow.
They're going to kick off the Royal Rumble this year, because I feel like that Bayley personally is going to be my Iron Woman this year. She's my Iron Woman this year. She'll be the Iron Woman. She's going to last as long as everybody. Now, as far as eliminations, I like your pick on Rhea Ripley, but since you picked her, I'm going to pick somebody different. I'm just going to throw this out there at you, just out of the loop, out of nowhere. I'm going to say Mandy Rose.
Ooh.
Mandy Rose going to get the most eliminations this year.
That's random, dude.
Random itself, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I can see it. I can see it, and one of the eliminations, I'm making a little quick prediction. One of the eliminations is going to be Dana Brooke. I'm calling it now. She's going to eliminate Dana Brooke and so many others.
Okay. All right. I like where this is going.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, that's my Iron Woman. That's my 2 kicking off the Rumble. Now,
longest
I
time.
did mention a surprise, who I potentially could think would be a surprise in this Rumble.
Okay. I
mentioned on the channel, I'm mentioning it again. I got this good, funny feeling, bro, that Tessa Blanchard is going to eventually show up in this Rumble. I just got this funny feeling. Just you want to feel where you just feel just a bug crawling on your shoulder, you know what I mean? You just feel it crawling on you, you know? It's one of those feelings. And I feel like that Tessa's just going to show up in this Rumble, bro. I can just picture it now.
Dude, if she's in the Rumble, yeah, I got you. If she's in the Rumble, she's winning it, in my opinion.
Oh man, Oh man, that's true. That's true. So those are my choices. Now we can get to the winner of the Rumble.
Yeah. Well, did you get to your number 30 yet?
Oh, come number 30?
Yeah.
Tessa Blanchard.
Oh, my bad. What about Final Four?
I ain't even mentioned that though. I apologize on that. Tessa's gonna be number 30. My fault.
It's all good.
Now, the winner of the Rumble, Final Four, Tessa, Bliss, Bianca, and Rhea. Those are my Final Four.
All right.
They're gonna be the Final Four, and my winner of the Rumble is Bianca Belair.
Okay.
She has to win it. I'm sorry. It's like it's at a point in time that you just know something just feels so right. And her winning will feel so right. I know it's not going to feel right for many others because I see the comments of those who say, oh, she's bland. Oh, she has no charisma. She just, nah. You know, I see it all, bro. I see it all. But Sasha Banks, Bianca Belair, you could just see the entrance. You could just see the big fight feel at that moment when they finally go at it one-on-one at WrestleMania. You just know it's going to be just a special occasion between those two lovely ladies, man. Gotta be Bianca Belair this year because I feel like if it's not, then where they go from there with Bianca? It's like everything they did with her as far as like Survivor Series up to the Rumble was all for nothing.
Exactly.
Exactly, bro. You gotta go with Bianca. You gotta pull that trigger now. Gotta be now.
I cannot agree more with you. The time is now for Bianca Belair, and the right opponent for her at WrestleMania is Sasha Banks, in my opinion. But that was really fun. We both got Bianca Belair winning the Women's Royal Rumble this year. Moving on to the WWE Championship match, we have Drew McIntyre defending the WWE Championship against the devil himself, Bill Goldberg.
Let me put my hand in shame and look away right quick. You know, just hearing that name, just hearing just Goldberg and Drew McIntyre with the WWE Championship. Just continue, bro. I'm sorry. Continue.
So, I don't know if you saw this, but Tuesday night, WrestleVotes sent out a tweet saying that there's a scary possibility that's being discussed backstage, and it's a possibility that a lot of people are not gonna like. So I'm terrified that Bill Goldberg will be walking out of the Royal Rumble as the WWE champion, and that's my pick, unfortunately.
Two arrows to the heart. No. I understand, bro. It could definitely have.
It's WWE, dude.
Yeah, it's WWE. Yeah. Okay. Well, for me personally, all right. Let's be realistic. Let me get the goofiness up for a second. To be more realistic here, Goldberg can definitely win the WWE Championship, and with the rumors of him and Roman Reigns, Vince wants that continuously happen. There's a possibility that could definitely happen, but I'm gonna try to go out on the limb and just think more realistic. You know, I don't want to think fantasy. I want to think more realistic. Realistically, Drew McIntyre should definitely retain the gold because look what they done with Drew McIntyre in 2020, all the way up to this point. You cannot have this man drop that title to Goldberg. That's like saying, Drew McIntyre, you're that guy, but you're not the guy. You know what I mean? Like, that's like saying, like Drew McIntyre, you're it, but you're not it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you just have to keep that championship on Drew McIntyre. Like, it's more than just him retaining. It's like sending the message to not just to the back of the superstars in the back, but to the message to the fans around the world, just saying that this is our guy. Like, yeah, you think he's going to let Goldberg win, but no. This is our guy. We're going to have him retain. We're going to have somebody beat somebody like a legend like Goldberg and let let him be the one to turn that title into WrestleMania. So, overall, my choice, I'm going to go with Drew McIntyre because I just want to believe that WWE is not that cold-hearted, just not that foolish to put the championship on a 52, 53, whatever his age is now, Goldberg. Just can't believe it, bro. Can't do it.
Deep down inside, Vince McMahon wants to see Bill Goldberg as the WWE champion going into WrestleMania. I'm just saying.
Oh, three arrows, bro. That's right, 3.
I'm just saying. But hey, I hope you're right. I want Drew McIntyre to retain. Yeah. He should retain.
Man, I hope I'm right too.
He should retain.
Right too, man.
The right match for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania is Drew McIntyre against Sheamus. I think we all know that. We all thought it was going to happen at the Royal Rumble. They went with Goldberg instead. Now I think Drew and Sheamus, that needs to be the WWE Championship match, but I do not trust these people at all. So I'm going to be holding my breath throughout the entire match, and hopefully when Drew McIntyre hits the Claymore and gets the victory, I can finally breathe again. You know what I mean?
I like that match, bro, but the thing is with Sheamus right now, it's like they have to build him back up to promise. Like when he first got back to the Celtic Warrior gimmick, it's like they kind of like killed Sheamus a little bit on Monday Night Raw with his momentum right now, so they got to build it back up with some type of, I don't know how they'll do it up to this point right now or to WrestleMania if they're going to do that match, but they got to do something to make us say, oh, Sheamus is a good opponent for Drew McIntyre. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. I totally agree with you.
And let's keep in mind that The Miz holding that Money in the Bank, bro. I just feel like another thing I mentioned, speaking of The Miz got Mr. Money in the Bank. He got it back after catching the first time. Well, it was potentially, as they calling it,
Morrison.
John Morrison. Yeah, John Morrison. I don't know why that came. John Morrison was the one who cashed in some way they just came up with The Miz getting the briefcase back. So I feel like with The Miz getting that briefcase back, it's like you just had to have him cash in successfully this time, right? Otherwise, why give it back?
Because they have nothing else to do with Miz and Morrison, and they have no storylines for them. That's what I think.
Do they though? Or do they? Because what if they have Miz cash in and they build, which I think is trash, but I think I can see this happening, and they build up Miz and John Morrison for the championship in the future.
No, I don't think that's happening, but I do think that...
I don't think it's going to happen either, but I can just see them doing it, bro. This is the league we talking about. I can definitely see them doing it.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. And before we move on to the next match, I do think Morrison's being held back by Miz. He needs to get away. He needs to get away by Miz to show his full potential. His full potential, in my opinion. Yes, sir. Preach.
Preach, bro. Preach.
Moving on to the Women's Tag Team Championship match between Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler against Charlotte Flair and Asuka. I'm going to admit, this is probably the calm down match of the night. Royal Rumble might be happening before this match. It's like, not that big of a deal. I don't know who to pick here, so I'm gonna say that I'm gonna go Nia and Shayna just for the fun of it. I'm gonna say they would gain the tag team titles.
Okay. Well, I definitely agree with you, my friend. I feel like this definitely going to be Nia and Shayna win back the tag team championships because I don't think that WWE really wants Charlotte as a tag team champion. I feel like they only did that just to put more on her accolade. You know what I'm saying? Just to say, I'm Charlotte and I became the tag team champion with someone, pretty much.
Yep.
So I'm going to go with Nia and Shayna as well.
You got it. Last man standing match for the Universal Championship. This one should be awesome. We have Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship. How we got here was, it was first Adam Pearce versus Roman Reigns, and then Adam Pearce faked an injury, and he said, card subject to change, and Kevin Owens signed the contract. Therefore, we are getting KO Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship at the Royal Rumble. And before we talk about the match, in my opinion, I know they had a match last pay-per-view at TLC, but if you go back to Royal Rumble 2017, this match is 4 years in the making, my friend.
Yes, it is.
So,
yes, it is.
It should be fun. It's going to be chaotic. We all know that. They're probably going to be fighting up and down around the Thunderdome. But, you know, a lot of people are cheering for Kevin Owens as Roman Reigns as well. Kevin Owens just feels like that underdog, kind of like Daniel Bryan did last year against The Fiend, if you want to relate to that. But Roman Reigns is...
Good match.
Excellent match. I love that match. No way, shape, or form is Roman Reigns dropping the Universal Championship at Royal Rumble. It should be an awesome match, and I'm really looking forward to it. But Roman Reigns is not losing the Universal Championship. I got Roman Reigns. TM161, the floor is yours.
All right, man. Let me just say, you definitely made it more clear, but I just want to mention that Kevin Owens is definitely my favorite. Top 2 in WWE right now. Number 1, Daniel Bryan, personally. Number 2, KO. I got to put my feelings aside for this one because I want to just sit here and believe that he's going to win the championship, but I'm looking at it realistically. The work that Roman Reigns put through since he's been a heel just been absolutely phenomenal. Like, can we just mention that right now about Roman Reigns just being phenomenal at his work right now?
Absolutely.
I feel like this is definitely a point where Roman Reigns just can't drop the title. It just cannot happen at the Royal Rumble. Might not even happen at WrestleMania, but we talking about the Royal Rumble right now. Cannot happen. And Kevin Owens, like it shoots for Kevin Owens because it just shoots for the stars them to win on this night, but God keep it on the high hand, man. It just feels like it's the wrong time for KO. So I gotta go with Mr. Reigns continuously being the Universal Champion with Paul Heyman. Even though in Talking Smack they did mention that KO is, if you want to work with me, Mr. Paul Heyman, you know what I'm saying, let me know, call me. So there are also been rumors about Paul Heyman helping Kevin Owens win. I don't think it's going to happen because when Reigns got put with Paul Heyman by the balls, if you might say, because every time, I mention this all the time, bro. I don't know if you noticed this, but every time Roman Reigns come out to the ring, Paul Heyman always give him that stare like,
yes.
You know what I mean? He's giving that stare like, really? You know what I mean? Really? Like why is he staring at this man? Like, come on, Paul Heyman, my God, bro. You literally staring at this man. You really want to just rip his freaking pants off right there. Like, that's how bad it is.
Yeah, I see it all the time. And listen, you in professional wrestling, you need to have a good heel, but to have a good baby face. On this hand, Roman Reigns is a bigger character. You need a great baby face in order for the heel to be the way he is. And Kevin Owens has been a great babyface in this rivalry with Roman Reigns since after Survivor Series. And if KO was going up against any other heel besides Roman Reigns in this stage of the game right now, I would be sitting here in this video saying Kevin Owens is going to win the Universal Championship at the Royal Rumble. I just can't do it.
I couldn't agree more, bro. I couldn't agree more.
I want to do it, but I can't do it. So I'm going with Roman Reigns.
Roman it is.
Yep. And then the main event. The main event of the Royal Rumble, of course, we got the 30-man Royal Rumble match. We got Daniel Bryan, Randy Orton, AJ Styles, Bobby Lashley, The Miz, Jey Uso, Shinsuke Nakamura, Otis, Cesaro, Jeff Hardy, Big E, Sami Zayn, Dolph Ziggler, John Morrison, Sheamus, Mustafa Ali, and Edge. All confirmed for the Royal Rumble match. That is 17 for the Rumble match. So we got 13 empty spots left. I forgot to mention, in the Women's Rumble match. We still got SmackDown to watch tomorrow night, so I'm sure by the time this is out, which it'll be out tonight, there will be more participants announced for both men's and women's Royal Rumble match. I just want to make that clear to everybody watching this. So, number one, I'll start it off again. And on a side note, before I start, actually, did you know that Saturday night on Backstage, I talked about this on my Raw review. I hate it. Saturday night on Backstage, they are revealing number 30 of the men's Rumble match.
Oh my God. Yeah, man, I seen that too, and it's already bad enough that they announced Edge going to be in the Royal Rumble just days away before the Rumble. But why announce number 30? Like, why?
I totally agree.
That's like the best reveal number in the Rumble. That's the whole anticipation of the Rumble to see who number 30 going to be.
Absolutely. Well, you bring up the you brought up the Edge thing, and I had the same reaction as you on Monday nights. But looking forward, looking at it like Tuesday, thinking about it, I think they were better off announcing Edge in the Rumble match. Because think about it, it was not going to be the same reaction as it was last year. There was no audience. It was not going to feel as special, and having a name like his name announced makes it, I guess, more exciting to that going into it. Oh, Edge is going to be in the Royal Rumble. I'm going to watch.
Sure.
So
True.
I think it's better off that he is announced in the Royal Rumble match. But let's get this started. For number one and number two. Number one, I got Sami Zayn in the Royal Rumble match. Sami Zayn and his conspiracy theories on SmackDown with the Intercontinental Championship. And number two, I got his current rival, the Intercontinental Champion, Big E, at number 2 in the Rumble match. So I got Sami Zayn and Big E starting the Rumble.
Okay.
Most eliminations, I got Bobby Lashley, the United States Champion Bobby Lashley. I think he has a pretty dominant performance, eliminating about 6 or 7 guys. He will not win the Rumble, of course, but he should have a solid performance, I think. And then the longest time in the Royal Rumble match, I got Cesaro. Cesaro has been getting win after win on SmackDown against Daniel Bryan and Dolph Ziggler. In my opinion, you carry that momentum into the Royal Rumble. You give him a good performance, and then you maybe have him involved in the Intercontinental Championship or something at WrestleMania. That's what I would do with him. The shortest time in the Rumble match, I got being Sami Zayn. I think the match starts, 2-minute clock. I think Sami Zayn gets tossed out by Big E. So I think Sami Zayn has the shortest time. Number 30, since they were reviewing it on Backstage, I don't think it's going to be anybody surprising, so I got Otis at number 30. And then, Final 4. You're going to have another bow and arrow coming at you again. Number 4, the Final 4, I got Daniel Bryan, Sheamus, Edge, and Bill Goldberg.
Goldberg?
Yep. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. And I got Goldberg winning the Royal Rumble too, unfortunately. But
what?
This is WWE. Roman Reigns versus Goldberg has been rumored for months now. For WrestleMania. I don't think WWE would pass up on a Roman Reigns Goldberg match. I wish they would. But Vince McMahon...
Oh, that's true.
Deep down inside, Vince McMahon wants to see spear versus spear. He doesn't care what the fans want. He wants to see Roman Reigns versus 54-year-old Goldberg. So what's going to happen is either Goldberg is going to lose to McIntyre, enter in the Rumble match and win, or Goldberg is going to win the WWE Championship, still enter in the Royal Rumble match, and we get a unification match between Roman Reigns and Goldberg at WrestleMania. I got Goldberg. I'm taking Goldberg.
Now, that caught me off guard. I did not expect you to say Goldberg.
I saw you. You were like, what did he just say?
Like, what? Like, Goldberg? Like, it's already, it's gonna be bad because he's already in a championship match, but then he pulls a Roman literally and shows up in the Rumble too.
Oh my God! If this happens, people, the internet will break on Sunday night.
It's definitely gonna break. Probably worse than Roman when he did it.
Yeah, the internet broke when Roman Reigns came out at number 30. People were absolutely livid. I remember that night. So
definitely, man. I still remember that moment to this day. Like my cousin hit me up like, bro, you see this going on right now? He was pissed, bro. Oh my God, it was insane. But I expect Goldberg. Oh God, I can see it though. That's the scary part about it because I can see it. You know, I can vision it.
Absolutely, of course.
So I guess I'm up, right?
So
I don't know how to follow it up. I think that was like, you know, shocking, but I'm gonna try though.
All right.
Check this out. All right. Number 1, number 2. Let's get it popping. Number 1, I'm gonna say Elias.
Elias. Okay.
I'm just gonna go out. I could be so wrong. I ain't planned this, but I'm just gonna say Elias. I'm just gonna go on a whim and say Elias. Now, no, matter of fact, scratch that. Wind that back. Instead of Elias,
okay,
I'm gonna give you a number 1 that you might surprise you.
All right.
James Ellsworth.
What?
James Ellsworth's gonna be number 1 in the Rumble this year.
Wait, what?
James Ellsworth. I mentioned it in my video. Top 5 surprises in the Royal Rumble this year. One of those names I chose was James Ellsworth. I'm going to say it's going to be number 1, and your pick to be number 1 is going to be number 2 for me. I'm going with Sami Zayn to be number 2, and James Ellsworth number 1 this year.
Oh my God, I remember you saying that now.
Yeah, I'm going with that. I can see it because remember how you said Sami Zayn being conspiracy theorist?
Yeah.
He's going to come out there. He's going to see James Ellsworth. He's going to be like, conspiracy. James Ellsworth is here. You know what I mean? Something like that. Something beyond those lines, you know?
Is James Ellsworth going to eliminate Sami Zayn?
Potentially.
Oh, man.
It can happen. Just saying.
Oh, man.
It makes him more angry. You know, it fits what Sami Zayn is doing right now.
So who do you got for most eliminations?
Most eliminations, I am going to go with... this is tough. This is really tough. I'm going to go with Braun Strowman.
All right.
I'm going with Braun. I think Braun going to show up in the Royal Rumble. He's going to get the most eliminations.
I can see that happening, actually.
I can see that. And your pick could be right, though. Like, I was going to say Lashley, but you picked it. I'm just going to make that be known. I was going to say Lashley, but you picked it. I want to get somebody different.
All right. Who you got for the longest?
Would definitely be it, but who I got to be the longest in the Rumble this year, I'm going to say... I'm going to say Daniel Bryan. I think Daniel Bryan's going to be the Iron Man in this Rumble this year.
I was thinking about that, but I was like, they already did that with Daniel Bryan, so.
True. So let me scratch that, because I don't think they're going to do it twice. You know what? I got one for you. How about this? What if King Corbin be the Iron Man this year? It's possible.
That is possible.
I know a lot of people don't like him. But I can see it.
It's very possible, you know?
Yeah, it's very possible. You got to do something with the man. The man's king, you know. He's going to go and say he's king. So, got to do something with the man.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't win no damn championships. But, yeah, I'm going to say King Corbin, even though a lot of people don't like him, including myself, because I don't like his gimmick. I like the Lone Wolf gimmick. I'm going to say King Corbin. Now, as far as who lasts the shortest in the Rumble, could be Sami Zayn. I'm going to go with your choice on that one. James Ellsworth going to eliminate him. It's gonna be quick. It's gonna be shocking. Look at everybody talking. You know what I mean?
Yeah, baby.
Just imagine, everybody gonna be talking about that. JL will eliminate Sami Zayn in like seconds.
Wow.
Now, as far as Final Four goes, I'm gonna say Bobby Lashley, Daniel Bryan, Edge, and Sheamus.
I like that Final Four, actually.
That's my Final Four. And my winner is going to be Edge to win the Royal Rumble. And instead of Goldberg versus Roman and Spear versus Spear, we're going to get Edge versus Roman Reigns and Spear versus Spear.
Wow, dude, take my money.
Yeah, now I can see it only because that promo Edge cut on Raw, which I'm going to go back to. I'm going to lead back to that. It's like Edge right now, even though everybody loves Daniel Bryan, Edge got more star power than Daniel Bryan. And everybody loves Edge. And right now, Roman is like the guy right now. So you could just picture Edge versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania this year. Imagine it. The hype, the promo battles that both men going to cut between one another. You can see it, bro. I'm telling you, it's something. It feels like a WrestleMania worthy match. Just saying the names of both men.
And not even WrestleMania. WrestleMania main event.
Right, like that's main event. That's main event level worthy, bro. Like the hype for that is going to be just so freaking special. And I'd say like Sheamus is definitely an option as well, but I mentioned already, it's just that right now there's no momentum with Sheamus, so I'm feeling like he's not going to be the one to face Drew, even though he can. Also, another name I will mention is The Fiend probably come back and return to face Drew McIntyre. That's a possibility for Drew McIntyre playing at WrestleMania. It can happen. Or Drew might be in like a triple threat or a fatal four-way. Because I'm still thinking about Miz in that briefcase. It's still in the back of my mind. I just feel like he's going to cash it in, even though I don't want him to. I feel like he's going to cash in at WrestleMania and make it to either a triple threat or a four-way. But I'm going to say four-way because I think it's going to be a triple threat at WrestleMania between Drew McIntyre, Sheamus, and whoever the third man be. I don't think it's going to be one-on-one. I just feel like it's going to be just a multi-man match. Because realistically, it could be The Fiend, could be Sheamus, and it could be Drew.
It could happen. I could see that.
That could be the WrestleMania for that one. Maybe even add Randy Orton to the mix. Maybe, possibly. I have no idea what you do with Randy Orton right now.
Well,
because those two can clash at Mania. Like The Fiend and Randy Orton can clash at Mania this year as well.
Well, you got Edge winning the Rumble. I would love to see that, especially if he goes up against Roman Reigns. Technically, I think Edge and Randy Orton, they still have a rivalry, in my opinion, dating back to Backlash, and their storyline is not finished. So I think we are getting the last chapter of Edge and Randy Orton at WrestleMania. That's just my personal opinion, though. So
true, but keep in mind though, like number one, they already had that match at WrestleMania last year, so I don't think they will probably have it again this year. And two, Randy Orton still got his eyes on The Fiend as well. Like, he got the storyline going on with Bliss and everything. So they could relive that at WrestleMania. And they had Edge face. I don't know. Maybe they had Edge face Drew McIntyre. Maybe that would be a good WrestleMania match. Maybe I'm wrong about the whole. Maybe you'll pick Goldberg win. He faced Roman Reigns, and instead we get Edge versus Drew McIntyre.
Hey man, we'll have to see what happens. It all happens Sunday night at the Royal Rumble.
That's what makes it so special, man. It's so unpredictable. We have no idea who could win this year.
Yeah, we're sitting here talking a bunch of possibilities on what can happen with WrestleMania. We're talking The Fiend, Randy Orton. You got Sheamus in the Final Four, and so do I. Technically, I think Sheamus would probably win the Elimination Chamber to go on and face, Drew McIntyre if he's the champion at WrestleMania. So
I like that. I definitely can see that. And Sheamus is known to be worked very well in the chamber as well. He got some past history and doing good in the chamber. I don't think he ever won and shown up in the chamber. when he's there. So definitely see it.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, this was an absolute blast of a preview and predictions for the Royal Rumble. We're going to get out of here tonight. Thank you guys so much for watching this video.
Yeah, thank y'all for watching the video, y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Please hit the subscribe button. Let's get to 345 or 340 soon. We got two subs away until 340. Leave a comment down below. I want to know all of your predictions for Royal Rumble on Sunday night. Leave the comments down below. Hit that like button if you like what myself and TM.
Yeah, hit them likes, y'all. Come on, hit them likes, y'all. And I want to see y'all comments on my opinion on the Royal Rumble wins as well. Which I think of Edge versus Roman Reigns WrestleMania. I want to hear y'all, man.
Dude, if there's people commenting on like my videos, you can comment them back. Like, since you were in the video, you can like answer the comments back. You know, I'd be totally cool with that.
Oh, definitely.
So.
That's why I just mentioned it, bro. I'm definitely gonna be in the comments. So I'm be waiting for those replies. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hit that like button.
What y'all got to say about my opinion, man?
Follow me on Twitter at Colin_Joseph. Follow TM on Twitter at TM161, and go subscribe to the guy's YouTube channel. He's almost.
Appreciate that.
He is almost at 7,000 subscribers. 7K.
So
Any last minute words before we get out of here tonight?
first off, bro, I want to say thank you so much for having me, bro. I very appreciate you reaching out to me and allowing me on your show today, bro. I really appreciate it, bro. God bless, man. You have a safe night, and I hope we do this again, my man.
Oh, absolutely. I'll have you on again in 2021. This was awesome. So, ladies and gentlemen,
thank you so much.
No, absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joseph Conlon here with TM161 signing off. Have a good night. Stay safe. As always, stay classy.